Hi everyone, my name is Leanne and today I'm going to be bringing you episode 11 of What the Hell Happened to My Halls. If you don't know what the hell happened to my halls is, I'm not going to lie to you, you are pretty late to this party, we're almost done. What the Hell Happened to My Halls is a series I started on this channel back in January, which involved me looking at my old haul videos for each month of previous years and trying to read the unread books in the corresponding month of this year. So in this episode, I'm going to be telling you all about the books that I hauled in December of previous years and trying to read the unread books from those hauls. I've had varying degrees of success with this challenge, and I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm not going to complete it in December because in December we have my birthday and Christmas, and I also tend to do a big unhaul in December and then use the store credit that I get from selling those books to buy more books. So in December, I always get a lot of books. Also, I really want to do some mood reading. I'm not doing What the Hell Happened to My Halls in 2019. I will do some sort of TBR challenge thing, but it won't be this. Just really miss mood reading, and I'm going to do a whole video about my experiences doing What the Hell Happened to My Halls, and I'll do that video in January. So in December 2015, I hauled 11 physical books, of which I have read 8 of them. So they are The Bees, The Magic Thief, the illustrated edition of The Philosopher's Stone, Wuthering Heights, Da Vinci's Tiger, which I have since unhauled because I hated that book, the collected poems of W.B. Yeats, Eleanor and Park, and Look Who's Back. I should also quickly mention that some of the books that I'm going to be talking about are still at my mum's house in Dublin because I'm going to be spending half of the month here where I'm going to university in the UK and then half the month back in Ireland. One of those books that is back at my mum's house is Moby Dick by Herman Melville, which I'm not going to read in December. I'm just not. But I will try to read the collected poems of William Shakespeare and the collected poems of William Blake. I am such a huge poetry fan, but I've not actually read a lot of classical poetry, so it'll be really interesting to read these ones and see what I make of them. In December 2016, I hauled 17 books. I told you I get a lot of books in December. I have read 8 of these, and they are The Christmasaurus, Grief is the Thing with Feathers, Herland, Dubliners, All My Sons, Emma. I've actually unhauled this edition of Emma and replaced it with a Penguin English Library one. The Dancers Dancing, and Tampa. I also unhauled one book, having not read it, and that was The Professor. For the books that I have left unread, the first of those is The End by Lemony Snicket, which is the final book in a series of unfortunate events. Last month in November, I read The Grim Grotto, which is the 11th book, and right now I'm about halfway through The Penultimate Peril, which is obviously the second last book. The End, the final book, is back in my mum's house, and I think it's one that I will really like to read over the Christmas period because I find these books really comforting, and I'll be really pleased with myself if I can finally finish my reread of that series. We have a non-fiction book. We have Happy by Derren Brown. I'm a huge Derren Brown fan. I love his work, and this is a book that he has written all about what happiness is and how we as a society view happiness. It's a really chunky one, but it's one that I have been really looking forward to reading, so I might give this one a shot. We have Replica by Lauren Oliver. This is a sci-fi book that I don't know too much about the plot of this actually, but I know that it's really cool in that when you read it from this side, you get it from one character's perspective, and then when you flip it, you get it from another character's perspective. We have another sci-fi book. We have Ancillary Justice by Anne Leckie. This is a sci-fi book that has a lot to do with artificial intelligence, and I'm really intimidated by this one. I don't read a whole bunch of sci-fi, and I believe this one can be quite difficult, but I'm looking forward to trying to rise to the challenge of tackling this one. We have The Forgotten Waltz by Anne Enright. I really love this author, and if you watched my recent video about the lowest rated books on my TBR, this was one of the books featured, so I'm really intrigued to find out whether I agree with the low ratings that this book has. We have The Primrose Path by Rebecca Griffiths. This was given to me in a Secret Santa with my old housemates a couple of years ago. It's a thriller, and I still haven't gotten around to reading it, Sorry, Hannah. But hopefully I will be able to get around to it this month. We have The Gap of Time by Jeanette Winterson. Jeanette Winterson is such a fond favourite of mine. I always really enjoy her books. And this is part of the Hogarth Shakespeare series, where modern contemporary literary writers retell Shakespeare stories in novel form. This one retells The Winter's Tale, so I'm probably not going to get around to reading this one in December, because that's actually a Shakespeare play that I haven't read yet, and I would like to read it before I get to this one. And the final physical book I've got from December 2016 is Mansfield Park by Jane Austen. I would really like to make this one a priority, because I would like to just finally say I finished all of Jane Austen's novels. And this is the last one I've got to go. I also hauled 10 ebooks in that month, but I haven't been prioritizing ebooks in this challenge, but I'll tell you about them anyway. So the ones that I have read, there were 7 of them. The Girl Who Saved Christmas, Difficult Women, Autumn, The One Memory of Flora Banks, The Bear and the Nightingale, Homegoing, and Born a Crime. Left unread, I have The Essex Serpent, Another Day in the Death of America, and 12 Days of Dash and Lily, which I know is a Christmas one, so maybe I'll be tempted to pick that one up, but again, it's not a priority. And oh boy, December 2017. I hauled 17 physical books, and they were all classics. I'm a one classic a month kind of gal, if even, and I've already committed to this bad boy, and I haven't finished reading Villette yet. The 2 of this 17 that I have read are Two on a Tower and Middlemarch, and the only 2 from this haul that I currently have with me are Tess of the D'Urbervilles and Pamela. All the other ones are at my mum's house, and they are The Pickwick Papers, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, The Warden, Barchester Tower, Dr. Thorne, Framley Parsonage, The Small House at Allington, The Mayor of Casterbridge, Under the Greenwood Tree, Humphrey Clinker, The House of Mirth, The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy, and Vanity Fair. I'm just going to write off December 2017. I don't think I'm going to read any of those. If I was to read all of the unread books from my previous December hauls, I would have to read 26 books in December, and that's just not going to happen. And I also want to take December to do quite a bit of mood reading because I want to and I deserve it. So I'm not going to read all of these books in December. I'm just not. Do let me know down in the comments if you've read any of these books and what you thought of them. Positive thoughts, negative thoughts. I welcome all of them. They're all valuable to me. If there are any of these books that you think I really need to prioritize reading because they're great, or equally if there are any where you're like, Leanne, don't bother, let me know. Also, I am going to be doing a Q&A on what it has been like to do a publishing master's. I am very scarily halfway through my master's, so if you have any questions to do with that, feel free to leave those down in the comments and I will answer them in a video, or send me a message on Instagram. That's absolutely fine as well. So yeah, this is the final What the Hell Happened to My Hauls TBR. I hope you guys are doing well, and I will talk to you in my next video.